Hey ratbags, it's Jade. Welcome to a Skyrim guide today for the Saints and Seducers DLC or Creation Club content. I basically left this to last because I figured most of the well-known Skyrim tubers would have covered this straight away, but it does seem like some of you have been asking me to do it, so I'm going to go ahead. And I do feel like I've got a comprehensive guide for all of the missions, how to summon some of these new warriors, as well as get the 2 Elytra pets, and a bunch of crafting of armours like the Maddness, Amber, Dark and Golden. So it all kicks off by going obviously to Whiterun and talking to one of the Khajiit. Risad basically gives you some notes and tells you to go and clear out a bunch of the camps from the Saints and Seducers. So the first one is just south of Winterhold College, just by this point here. I had Yugram's Overlook, so I went there. That was the closest. And when you get there, basically take out all the bandits and you'll get the first chance to get a new creature pet. Also, make sure you read the journals on pretty much every major bandit or leader that you find, as this starts up the next stage. Also gives you an opportunity to grab some of their Dark Seducer armour, and it's pretty cool looking, but I've definitely got a favourite which I'm going to show you at the end. Anyway, there'll be a key inside the chest and a little note telling you all about the demented Elytra nymph. They're pretty much carry bags. These are great. Grab these in survival mode and you're going to have 2 of these running around with you, just holding a little bit extra stuff with you. So next up to the next one, and it's not too far away actually, just to the southwest, another encampment. Take care of these guys and again read the journal on the main guy. As usual, it's up to you if you're going to be standing around or running about looking for all the loot. If you're a real hoarder, you go ahead. But otherwise, read his journal and it'll take you to the next phase. So this quest is now becoming Restoring Order. We've got to again go and find another Saints bandit camp this time. And this one's to the southwest of Whiterun near Brittleshin Pass. Watch my hilarious attempts at being a bit stealthy. Maybe that wasn't the best arrow to be using, although it did do a big damage. Now chances are you'll get to Whiterun and pick up these quests pretty early, so I'm presuming it does scale, because I would say these were pretty challenging, some of them anyway, for the kind of level that you might be at lower. So yeah, I'm hoping they scale. But anyway, get the key from the cage and free the manic Elytra nymph. And you'll get a chance to pick up some golden armours as well, but you will be able to craft all of these, which I'll show you now. So it's off to Carfwaston, just east of Markarth, I do believe, and again another little ambush to take care of some of these guys. And I yeeted this dude well into the ear, so I kept that because I felt it was pretty funny. Take out the bandit leader and he's going to have another journal. Do these leaders have some sort of book club going on where they meet up each week talking about their favourite books? Let me know. Also, don't miss out on the soul tomatoes. They are technically soul gems, yes, and they respawn here as well if you want to have just a whole bunch of them running around with you. So these bandits have basically struck a deal with a blacksmith, so you've got to read the blacksmith's note and then return to Risad. We will get to the location of that armourer's secret recipe so you can craft some of the stuff in a minute. But yeah, if it's hard to find him sometimes, just make sure you're going to look for him in the day, otherwise he kind of moves around at night time, and he'll direct you to Solitude, where we're going to be going into the sewer system. We kind of are doing 3 quests at once here, and I'd advise to do it like this, otherwise you will get a bit lost or a bit confused or forget stuff. We're basically here to pick up the ingredients to go and craft some of this stuff. There's a hell ton of amber, especially in these tree trunks that you find, and there's loads of different exotic resources. Remember, the rare curios I do believe is part of this mod, or got kind of added in, supplemented a lot. So go through eventually and you'll come to this place with a bunch of Spriggans, take them out, and it's more about just looting some of these extra areas. Nothing too amazing or too sexy, but you will find a few bandits at the end here as well where you can loot some of their goods. So we're back here. We took the right hand path just to go and get some of that loot. Now we're going to take the left hand path and we're going to go along here and take out some more Elytras before eventually coming to this area where there's a hole in the wall. Again, it's just about getting some extra loot. You don't have to go down if you really don't want to, but there should be a chest in the corner once you've taken out all of the bad guys. Once that's done, head to the left hand side instead of going back to where you had the first fork, and you're going to be eventually coming up to the final encounter with the dude. You'll find a bunch of bodies on the floor, and there should be a note to read on a barrel once you've taken care of some more Spriggans and Elytras. You will be guided if you've made sure you've got it highlighted in the missions. But yeah, read the note, and that's usually when you go to the next stage and you'll fight this strange dude that is running around pretty much naked apart from his boots. And I guess trying to summon these Seducers or Saints in some weird way. I don't really understand the story. I didn't really grab me that much. I wasn't kind of paying too much attention. has to be said. But yes, defeat him is pretty tough. Well, he's got quite a big health pool, and his actual summons that he spawns in are pretty tough as well. And this is how you're going to be able to get some of your own. After maybe twice of him pulling off some of the bandit's summons, he will go down and you can loot Thoron's body and take a bunch of stuff from him, including a strange ring that makes you pretty much look naked, and all of the spell tomes to summon, like I said, them different types of warriors, archers and all sorts. Make sure you read all his journals as well, and yeah, that's pretty much it, apart from the Maddness Helmet of Recovery, which regens your magic 100% faster. It's not bad. Make sure you read the note that's on the table and take this strange piece of amber. You might need that in the end when it comes to actually summoning or using a new follower. So you take the sword as well. It's a big two-handed sword. It's okay, Sword of Gigalag, I guess, or Gigalag, maybe? Is that the way I'm saying it? It's okay. It's just a bog standard sword. I'm sure you can enchant it maybe and do a lot of damage with it. Head for the exits and you will get a shortcut that brings you back out to the Solitude sewers. Be warned though, you may be attacked by some actual Saints bandits as well, or Seducer bandits when you exit out here. Next it's off to Crystaldrift Cave, and these are all in the miscellaneous section, so it's a little bit hard to find. That's why I recommend you do it all in one go. And this is directly south of Riften. So when you get there, there'll be a bunch of bears outside, plus some bears and wolves inside. It's definitely one if you've got any spells to make creatures allies, that would be useful. But otherwise, take them out, and we're going to be investigating another note or thing on the little stand there, with a little shrine, and a body that's on top of some rocks. Gadna is the name of the NPC. You can also get an increase to restoration. So read Gadna's last wishes, and then something will happen that you need to place some amber and Maddness ore, which you should have found by looting some of the areas that we've already gone through. Shouldn't be too hard to get hold of. And then you get this, and this is a great looking weapon. In fact, I really love the amber style weapons and armor pieces. I think they're some of the best. It's called Nerve Shatter. 45 points of shock damage in addition to also half magic damage too. So I really like this one. I just love the look of it, and like I said, I'm definitely going to be toying around with the amber on my survival let's play series. You'll have plenty of time to use it. You get ambushed in the cave, and then I got ambushed when I directly left the cave, and then you've got to wait like 20 hours or so, or head to the nearest big town and you'll be delivered a letter from a courier asking you to meet a mysterious stranger on the coast of Solitude. Staada here pretty much wants you to give her either the sword or that strange piece of amber that you got from the table, or you can actually say no. If you do say no, you can eventually craft a summons that will summon her directly whenever you want, but you are going to need the Atrinox Forge to do so, and it will cost quite a bit of amber and stuff like that in the long run. If you give her the sword, or if you give her the actual piece of amber, she will instead give you her helmet. If you do decide to keep the stuff and summon her later, you can actually summon her just to battle. Anyway, with a focus on not wasting too much time, I decided just to give her the actual amber, and I got the helmet in return. And that's it, she'll disappear. Make sure you read again the journal and everything else on the table, and her helmet's going to give you 70 points of stamina, so not too bad. Apparently a lot of this is based on the Shivering Isles from Oblivion, so there you go, you nerds. But we're still not done. We need to still go and work out how to craft these new armours. Northwest of Falkreath at the Half Moon Mill, just underneath the actual bridge, you should find a chest. Now you can access this chest without doing any of them quests. It's like an early game thing that you might be able to do, and then pretty much you'll be able to learn how to make the golden and dark equipment. So that's including all the weapons and the armour pieces, which I'll show a little bit of at the end. And then finally we're going to be going to the Atriox Stone, which is south of Windhelm. Taking care of Elytra at the Mistwatch will give you access to crafting the amber and the Maddness armours. Go ahead and read the notes that she's got on her body. Take the blacksmith's apron, which improves stuff by 20%, and there's a ton of materials, resources and weapons here. So if you're early game, this is a great place to come just to grab some new swords. And that's it. You should be able to go ahead and craft all the dark, the golden armours, the amber and the Maddness. Here's another little look again at the dark stuff. Yeah, interesting. And then going through the Maddness, which I think is pretty cool as well. I don't like it as much as the amber, but I think that chest piece is pretty unique, and there's definitely some really cool weapons here too. Maddness stuff, you are going to need the ebony perk in the smithing tree. And you need the Daedric perk to craft the dark and the golden armor sets. So yeah, you're going to have to be pretty high level for some of them. But without doubt, the amber sets are my favourite looking weapons. In fact, they could be some of my favourite looking weapons and armours out of the whole game now, just as like a baseline version. They are going to need the glass perk if you want to go ahead and grab some of these. So yeah, I like the look of some of this stuff. I really am going to work towards unlocking some of these bits. Do let me know what's your favourite arm sets out of this lot. I think overall the balance is odd that you get this quest pretty much early if you're talking to everyone in Whiterun, but you won't actually be able to complete it until you're well advanced in smithing. So yeah, get crafting them iron daggers. And just showing you some of the other pieces, like I said, that worked or got through the quest line. We also got a bunch of other stuff as well, obviously the summons, so I'm going to show you how they work now. They were a bit buggy. I tried 3 or 4 times at once and it kept doing that, so I don't know if there was some sort of buff or something against me. I tried it with different armor sets on. There wasn't no affliction. I couldn't work out what the problem was. Eventually, on like the 5th try, it happened and I got one of these summons to actually spawn in, but it was buggy for all of them pretty much whenever I tried summoning the archer one and this one. Anywho, there you go, that is Seducers and Saints, or Saints and Seducers. Sorry it took me so long to get around to it. Like I said, I didn't think you guys would really want to see me complete it, but there we go. Any questions, pop in the comment section down below and I'll see you for more later.